Ew. Today we're gonna talk about everybody's favorite deck, Ruby Amethyst Control. I know most people are probably tired of hearing about this one, but as of yesterday, this exact deck took me to a top 4 split at a local Lorcana 1K here in North Carolina. So, this deck actually came from the YouTuber known as Steadfast. You can find him on YouTube or on Twitter at Steadfast, spelled with 3 S's at the beginning. And I really liked this deck a lot. It took me to a total of 5 1-1 at the tournament yesterday. And then we decided to split the top $4,000 for each of, or between the 4 of us, so we could get an early head start home. I'm not going to go through the entire list piece by piece, because I'm sure most of you know most of these cards by now, but I'll talk about some of the things that I liked, some of the choices, starting with the items. This has 2 of each: Shield of Virtue, Magic Mirror, Ursula's Cauldron, and the White Rabbit's Pocket Watch. With the Amber Steel Songs deck being all the rage right now, they're playing mini beasts to blow up your items, so having 2 of each was very helpful. Some other things to mention is only 2 Gastons and 2 Befuddles, which turned out to be okay, because again, aggro is kind of on the downswing right now, or at least it was in paper. So to give some context here at the tournament, our top 8 was 4 Ruby Amethyst Control decks, 3 of this new Amber Steel Songs deck, and 1 Ruby Sapphire Control deck. And almost no aggro was present. We're also playing 4 Goofies, which I liked a lot better than the Mickey Mouse BLTs. I was never really high on that card. It's just too expensive, and I know it can be inked, but you wait until turn 8, and it dies to a Dragonfire, to a Maleficent, to a Hades, to any number of things. And it just wasn't getting the job done. This, however, it comes down so much earlier. If you break it down, Mickey BLT comes down on turn 8, and you quest with it for 4 lore on turn 9. Conversely, this comes down on turn 5. You quest with it for 2 on turn 6, 2 on 7, 2 on 8, and 2 on 9. So that's 8 lore at the same time that Mickey can get you 4. And it's only 1 less toughness, so it still dodges smash, grab your swords, things like that. So I was actually pretty pleased with Goofy. Still got 4 Maui, 4 Dragonfire, 4 Aladdin, 4 other Aladdins, 4 Be Prepared, 4 Maleficents, 4 Archimedes, only 2 Magic Brooms. This is the one kind of decision that I was not my favorite when I first found this deck list. Everything else I liked about it. And 2 Magic Brooms felt like it was a little too low a number for the mirror match. Now, that didn't end up mattering for me, because I was, luckily, knock on wood, able to dodge the mirror match the entire day. But in that match, I feel like whoever triggers your broom the most wins, or is far ahead anyway. And so only having 2 of them felt kind of strange to me. But I'm running with it for right now. I haven't missed it yet. And as long as you have 2 so that you can loop them, seems like it would be good enough. I also liked the 4 small Elsas. You can shift a big Elsa onto it, which was not irrelevant entirely. I did do that a couple of times. But 2, I think my opponent forgot about this card a lot of times, because I had many moments where I would have like this plus a Maui, or even better, an Aladdin. And they would just like play a character and say go, and I would go, okay, on my turn I'll exert your character and then attack it with, or challenge it with Maui or Aladdin. And I could just tell that they had like not realized that I could do that. So this card was very good. We got 4 friends, 4 Maleficents. And the last kind of add-on I want to mention is Zeus over Rafiki. The pros and cons of this, I was talking to my friend on the way home from the tournament, that yes, Rafiki can, or excuse me, Zeus can challenge bigger things, which was kind of the initial reason to include this. It challenges a lot of the 4 toughness creatures that are running around now, namely Cusco and Mad Hatter, but also Beast. Um, but it can be challenged back on the opponent's turn, basically for free, because it really has 0 power. Whereas Rafiki, if it gets challenged on the opponent's turn, it will often take something out along with it. So it's easier to get that 2-for-1 with Rafiki than it was for Zeus. Now what I liked about Zeus was right here, the 2 lore. There was several times where we were late in the game, and I was happy to see a Zeus just because it was an extra threat. 2 lore seems like such a big jump from 1. Well, I mean, it's literally double, but you get the idea. You draw Rafiki late and play it, they can kind of ignore it for a while, whereas the Zeus can kind of get out of hand. So I liked the Zeus for that reason, but I might go back and try Rafiki again. For today, I'm just going to run with the exact deck that I played. And then, of course, 4 big Elsas, no Ursulas. Now, in the interest of honesty, I'll mention I only had 3 Elsas in paper, so I did run a 1 of Ursula in its place. But the Elsa was perfectly fine. The Ursula wasn't backbreaking in any game. It was just solid, whereas this was backbreaking sometimes. Most of the time. So that's that. Yeah, let's try out playing a few, and while I'm playing, I can kind of talk about my thoughts. Oops. There we go. From the tournament. So obviously the big deck was the Amber Steel deck. That's like the new hotness. And it can be good against you. I went 1-1-1 against that deck. Specifically. Or no, I think I went 2-1-1. Yeah. But let's see what we got. So all my items. 3 dragons. Oh my goodness. Okay, well we're definitely not going to keep all 3 dragons. I think I'd just keep the rest. Yeah. The magic mirror seems awkward because you can't ink it. But I think I'm going to try keeping it. And that's pretty good. I approve. We'll probably ink one of these 2 3s. I need to play shield, or if it's an aggro deck, I might befuddle. Okay, yeah. Oh, no, that's better. Okay, so yeah, let's ink the Maleficent probably. Or maybe do the Pocket Watch. Well, we'll ink the Maleficent for now. And play Archimedes. If we get lucky, one of the best things to do with the shield is just like challenge a thing, ready your character, challenge another thing. If you can pull that off with an Aladdin, it's fantastic. And yep, I get to set it up exactly the way I want. Next, speak of the devil. Let's ink probably this big Maleficent. I mean, it's going to be so long for us to get to that. Yeah. Wish I could ink the magic mirror. But we're going to befuddle this. I love this. This is my favorite thing to do with this deck. Challenge here. Play shield. Love it, love it, love it. Just how we drew it up. Next turn, we'll probably ink the Pocket Watch and play the Elsa. Aladdin is too good at getting that tempo back, so we don't want to ink that if we can help it. Shoot. Ooh. Where do we ink that? Keep the Pocket Watch. Now I need to refill my hand somehow. So... And like, I don't think I need the Pocket Watch, really. I mean, giving things rush for 1 ink is very nice, for sure. But also not necessary. Let's see what he's gonna do, or they are gonna do. If they play it back out the Simba, that's gonna be a little bit of an issue. Because what I really want to do is use this to challenge Cheshire Cat, and then shield the Virtue to ready Archimedes and challenge again. And then use Elsa to sing Friends on the Other Side, and then maybe play Magic Mirror. That's what I really want to do. So let's see if they're gonna do anything to stop me. Yeesh. That's a little stinky, but I think we just do this and this. Now, if they don't play anything, then oh, they're not gonna play anything, are they? Then this is just the bee's knees. Okay, so let's do this first to get some of that information going. And Archimedes, ooh, the big Elsa, that's really good. What we're definitely gonna do is then, oh no, we don't want to do that. We want to challenge. Ready. And challenge. And now I really want to, I would love to play out this Archimedes. But that means I have to ink this Friends on the Other Side, and I don't want to do that. So I think I have to ink the Archimedes, which is kind of unfortunate. Especially because this is probably where Cusco is going to show up. No. That card is being very annoying. But that means they're not playing creatures, so, like, we accept. We'll just keep inking things and questing. Do that just in case. So, inking the Hans. Playing out Mad Hatter, yep, that's fine. Perfect. Get rid of that. Quests. And pass. So, really we just want to keep drawing inkable cards. And eventually I'll be prepared. That's fine. It's annoying because it quests for 3, I think. No, it only quests for 2, so that's not too terrible. Let's do this. I think we have to take the Dragonfire, unfortunately. I love Aladdin, but against a genie, like, the Aladdin doesn't do anything, so... Jasper's fine. I only quest for 1. That Cauldron was a great top deck. Sheesh. Again, I really want Elsa, but, like, I just have to have Inkables. Yeah. Stinks, but it is what it is. Especially considering next turn I'm going to do Stone Nothing. Really hoping this Cauldron digs me out of it. They're only at 7 lore, so that's the good news. I need to be prepared here. Those are not be prepareds. I'll just keep this. Oh, almost played it. Pass. If I can't draw anything in the next, like, say, yeah. I think we're gonna lose now. Because this is gonna send them up to 18, no matter what I do. Oh, yeah, and there's no, so we lose. Well, that was an unfortunate game. 2 Have You Forgotten Me's at perfect timings. It was definitely rough. So this time I have to be prepared, though. In Best of 1, you basically have to keep this in your opening hand at all times and ink the rest. And I think we just keep it like that. Yeah. There's a argument to ink Aladdin just because it's so expansive. Or not ink, but put mulligan it. And maybe one of these 3-drops. Again, you have to assume that you're... Oh, and of course. Okay, well, steel's good. That's a good sign for me. You basically have to assume that you're going to be playing against aggro. Because if you keep a hand that's bad against aggro, you lose on the spot. and they're playing aggro, then you lose on the spot. So here we go, here's the Amber Steel deck. If you keep a hand that's good against aggro and they're not playing aggro, it's not that big a deal. So you basically always have to play as though they are aggressive decks. So we've got the Amber Steel deck here, which I've learned they get so much of their card advantage by singing their songs. I mean, that's why it's called Amber Steel songs. So prioritizing taking down their singers, their beasts, their 5-cost cards. Oh, we whiffed. That's fantastic. That's the way to get an edge in this matchup. And also playing around beasts. You can play out these items. I would not fault you for it. And then also playing around, grab your swords. That's the other one. Like, for example, I don't think I want to play Maleficent here for a couple of reasons. One, it would give me an easy 2-for-1 for grab your swords. And then 2, you don't really need the card draw because they cast Whole New World a bunch. So you're going to be drawing plenty of cards, don't you worry. Now, the main way I've lost this game, and in fact the way I did in the tournament, was I would get my Be Prepared that I've been saving discarded to a Whole New World, and then just by chance never draw another one. So let's hope that doesn't happen here. So we're going to sing Be Our Guest. Come on, quit it. I got a kitty over here on my lap scratching on the mic stand. You need to knock it off. Yep, see, there's the grab your swords. I wish I had a way to punish and get rid of the aerial. Aerial is a problem. And see, next turn they can shift. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. All you gotta do is hope. Now, here's interesting, right? I can take out the aerial, or I could use this to exert the Tinkerbell and take out the Tinkerbell. And then they're stuck with another Tinkerbell in their hand, presumably. If their hand is Tinkerbell Whole New World, then I want to do that. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's exert this and challenge. Come on. There we go. I'll pass the turn. Again, gets an easy attack back. But next turn I can... I got all my 5 ink removal, so we're good to go. Ah. Hades is fine. I mean, obviously it's not great, but I'll take it. They're gonna Captain Hook the... Oh! Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, they both quest for the same, so it doesn't matter. Lad's a good draw. Unfortunately, I think I have to ink it here. And just play the Maui, take out the aerial. He gets it with the Prince Eric, but again, it's a 2-for-1. Either way, you slice it. It's also important to just try to empty out your hand as efficiently as possible. Because again, you want their Whole New Worlds to be as weak as possible. This cat is also making biscuits on my lap. Stop it. We need to clip your nails. Now, I did play about that last match. I played one Ember Emerald deck during the tournament. It was actually my round 1. And I was able to beat that player 2-0. Imperial Bank, sure. Gosh, I hate having to ink all these nice cards, but I mean, what else are you gonna do about it? I wonder if there's a world where I just play the map, because I know it's in his hand, right? So what's gonna happen? They're gonna play that, they're gonna dig for Whole New World, and then they're gonna play Whole New World on the next turn. So I'm really hoping to find an inkable. So yeah, let's ink this. Just play this and use it to draw a card. Yep, see, I'm glad I did this because I was going to top deck a non-inkable card. So hopefully the next one can be inked. Now, if they Whole New World, I'm going to be in big trouble because I got 2 of my Be Prepareds. So if I don't get to 7 on this one... Okay, they didn't get Whole New World anyway, so we're good. Come on, inkable. Please, 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 please. Yes! So this is an easy ink plus Be Prepared. And now we should be in decent shape. The Hades are going to be an issue when they start looping it. Yep, there we are. But not much I can do about that. So again, this is about minimizing whatchamacallit. Whole New World. So let's ink this. Just go ahead and Dragonfire this. And say go. Okay, seriously, you gotta stop. Kitty, get off. Time to go down. They didn't play the aerial. That's just interesting. So now what do we do? Not quite sure. So I think their plan is they've got Grab Your Swords and Aerial, right? They can play Aerial, they find Whole New World, and then use Beast to sing Whole New World. So I think what I do is just ink this and play the Be Prepared, empty my hand out. I might be setting them up to just never play Whole New World. But I think it's in their best interest to do that. Hey, that was a very good draw. This might be one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. I'll keep that on top for sure. The Maleficent. Sure. I'll keep the Aladdin on top. I'm feeling okay, but it's very tenuous. Things could go very south. Especially the more Hades they find. That's what I'm most worried about. I gotta get my lore up. I've got board control for the most part. I mean, I have a 9-drop, they have nothing. So, there's that. Gonna do things the long way. So, all I'm doing is keeping threats. Because now I need to start ramping up my lore. I gotta turn that corner. This is something I've struggled with playing this deck, is knowing exactly how to turn that corner. So, Goofy. Quest. Just go ahead and play this. No targets. Now I'm just trying to finish out this game before they can recoup. That's an interesting one. I haven't seen anybody playing that. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you gain 2 lore. So if I quest with this, they can Plasma Blaster and use this. I think, let's think here. Okay, let's do this first. Okay, so I think I just do this, this. I think I just say go. Worst case scenario, they play grab your swords and my Aladdin gets banished. I think that's better than questing for 2 and then just letting them take it out and gain 2. But maybe it's not. Yeah. So that's fine. That's also fine. Because now we can do this. Banish that. Cauldron. What do we get? I think I just want to keep Dragonfire on top, or do I want... Yeah, just keep Dragonfire on top. This is a much more mid-range version than I'm used to. Plasma Blaster and Taka, those are definitely 2 interesting choices. Yep, no worries there. Good thing I'm keeping the Dragonfire. I'll probably Plasma Blast or something. I can only imagine. Yep. Let's always do this first. We'll keep that on top. Dragonfire. Quest for 5, say go. What did I keep on top? See, I already forgot. What was it? Oh, it was a friends on the other side. That's right. What was that? There was a... Wait, why would they ink a BR guest? Why wouldn't they just play it? And see, we got the full value off of Whole New World. They had to pay the whole cost for it. They didn't get to sing it. And I was empty-handed. It's perfect. How many grab your swords have we seen? 1, 2, 3, 4? We've seen all 4 grab your swords. So that means we can effectively play out everything. Keep that. And let's just go 1, 3, draw a card, 5. And notice I'm not really inking anything. I guess you can. Like we could ink a friends on the other side. It's not necessary. Getting like, you know, between 9 and to 12, I think, is the range of ink I always like to have. That of course depends on certain things, like if you're playing against a blue deck, Sapphire, probably stick to 9 because they're going to play Hades or Let It Go and turn some of your characters into ink. So you're going to get up to 12 anyway. Stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff to think about. But I don't think we can lose this. Also notice, my opponent played a beast. The reason I bring this up, I'm still handily winning. My friend who was playing Sapphire Steel, he's playing Beast and was talking on the ride home about cutting it. And here's a good example as to why he thinks that. because it's literally only for the Ruby Amethyst Control decks. It is dead in every other matchup. Hooray! Victory! Victory! Alright, let's try one more here. I would love another crack at an aggro deck. That's something I really need practice with. Or practice against, I should say. And so again, though, with these types of matches, always assume you're going to be playing aggro decks. In which case, I don't want these Elsas. Yes, I can shift them onto this, but like... we're never going to get there. I guess there's a argument to keeping one of them. But no. I'm just going to do this. And I like my hand a lot. I'm going to ink... Ugh, this is tricky. I don't want to get rid of the Aladdin yet. But if it's another control deck, I really want to keep the Magic Brooms. Maybe I just... Friends on the other side is too good. I think since I got rid of the little Elsa, big Elsa, I can get rid of the little, smaller one. I guess I could have inked an Archimedes as well. That was probably better. But again, if it's an aggro match, I want both. But then again, if it was an aggro match, I might have wanted that Elsa. I don't know. Yep. Ooh, this is going to be perfect. Now, the problem is if they have Simba here, I'm kind of in trouble. But now I can safely ink this Magic Broom. Yeah. Play out this other Archimedes and quest. Let's hope they don't... Excuse me. Let's hope they don't have a Simba. But of course they're going to. Oh, no Simba. That's fantastic for me. And they quested, why would you do that? Okay. Challenge. Ink this 9-cost card. Play a Maleficent. You draw a card. Quest for 2, or for 1. And now this is great. They have the Flynn. I can draw a bunch of cards so that I'll have enough options to discard the Flynn. We want to play around that Have You Forgotten Me, though. That's something to consider, I guess. Okay, so we're definitely doing this. So let's do that first. Get some of that sweet, sweet info. Do I need shield? Shield is good. I think I want a cat. Just play this straight up. Okay. And now we can ink Goofy, because I have all these 5s. We can play... I don't want to just discard Shield. Shield plus Aladdin is real good. What am I going to discard? No, like, I think I'm just getting too greedy, so I think we just challenge and discard Shield. And then I feel like I might as well quest for 2. Letting him challenge the Archimedes. I mean, I've already, I've already exerted one of them, so questing with the other one's not going to make that much of a difference. So if they Have You Forgotten Me here, I'll probably get rid of... Okay, never mind. I was about to say, probably Maui and Dragonfire. Zeus is good. Zeus is probably the play, and then I just ink a Maui. Yeah. Since I can't ink Zeus, I might as well do this. Ink Maui. Challenge Simba. challenge Jasper. Quest for one. Quest. And now look, this is perfect. I've got what is effectively a 4/4 and a 2/2. And I have nothing. Yep. And now what I can do... Now the question is, do I even want to be prepared anymore? I think I do. This is tricky. Right. The stupid timer. I don't know why they give you like 0 time to figure that stuff out. That might have been wrong. I might have wanted to keep that be prepared. I might regret my choices, but we have made them, and we will live with them. So we're going to quest. We're probably just going to ink an Aladdin. Yeah, now we need to ink the Aladdin and play the Maui, because we will, again, we want to kind of reduce the effects of the Have You Forgotten Me's. So the other thought was to ink the Maui and just hang on to the 2 Aladdins. But if they have another Have You Forgotten Me, or You Have Forgotten Me, keep calling it wrong. That's just so bad. This is a card that I do not respect. So it gains Reckless. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we drew a Magic Mirror, which is not inkable. So instead, we just do this, and ink. And I don't think I'm going to quest. There's really no point to. They'll just challenge it. Because already the John Silver trades 1-for-1 with these creatures, these characters. So if I let him challenge Archimedes, then that John Silver gets a 2-for-1. So I don't want to do that. What is this quest for anyway? 2? Ooh, do I just do that? I don't think so. My characters are good. I think that I just challenge John Silver. Do I quest with the Archimedes? I think I do, because if they want to challenge it, that's 3 whole lore. Like, it's worth it to me to ink or to quest with this 1-drop, because like the 2 lore from John Silver is not quite worth it to me, especially when at the time they were at what, 4? Yeah, that's fine. Now I get to challenge it with the... Oh. I wonder if I just be prepared. They don't get to draw any cards. That seems pretty good. And then I can ink this, and then I have a good follow-up. I think I like that, actually. Yeah. So we're going to quest with these 2. We're then going to play Be Prepared. Goodbye. And now they are in top deck mode. I am close to top deck mode, but 1, I'm not in top deck mode, technically. And 2, I have a Magic Mirror. They do not. See? And now, perfect. Look at this. I can just do this. And now everything's great. There. You Have Forgotten Me's are going to be terrible. And we should be able to proceed to the victory. Now things can still get out of hand. So we're not quite out of the woods yet. Things that would be an issue would be like Rockstar Stitch. Plus, and then plus a bunch of 1-drops. I think I quest instead of, because if they draw, I want them to shift onto that, but they'll just play it. Nah. Thoughts like these that make it, like, I get greedy. when I should just be controlling the board. Okay. Jasper's fine. So now we can draw a card. We can play Friends on the other side. And I'm just gonna play it. I don't want to sing it. Is this 2? Nah, of course not. Again, we're trying to minimize whatchamacallit. I kind of want to keep this befuddle. I think I will, actually. Oh wait, don't I just win next turn, like, no matter what they do? I guess not. They quest with this, and then they make it so my Elsa can't. Yeah. Okay. But an easy win for me, because we can draw a card. We can befuddle this. Challenge this. Play this. Quest for 2. And now I don't think there's anything they can do. Yep. And we'll just win with the dragon. Alright, sweet. So, a good little 2-1 showing. Didn't get to play the mirror match, which is, you know, a good thing and a bad thing. Bad thing because I kind of wanted to show that, you know, to you all. Good thing because it's kind of miserable. But we got to play what, you know, the most popular deck in the Amber Steel. We got to play Amber Emerald, which is arguably the 3rd most popular, and also easily the most popular aggro deck. I only regret that we went 1-1 against that aggro deck, but you can see how it's totally winnable. Now, you could argue that being on the play matters, because the game I lost, I went 2nd. The game I won, I went 1st. So, there is something to be said about that. But if they don't have, you know, Lilo into Simba, then it's definitely winnable. Have You Forgotten Me is definitely something to keep in mind if you're playing against an aggressive Amber deck. So, I'll definitely start doing that going forward, playing around that card a little bit more, because it definitely got me on that first game. But yeah, this is the deck. I still like the Zeuses. Again, shout out to Steadfast for giving me these ideas. And hopefully I'll see you all at the next tournament. Until then, stay safe.